Welcome back to Tales of Yavard. We are Mythcraft TTRPG podcast, and this is our first campaign, The Sea's Tale. I am Corey Griffin, and I am our MC. With me today, I have Kobe.
Hey guys, it's Kobe, and I play Lesh Shihon.
Joey.
What's going on, guys? I'm playing Ussuri Arkoni.
And Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam, and I'm playing Goraan Stormclaw.
And last but not least, Jesse.
Hey, I'm Jesse, and I will be playing.
Hopefully.
On the last time of Tales of Yavard, the crew was in quite a sticky situation. We were able to see how it panned out, but now we get to stay tuned to see what happens next.
All right. So you all were each taken by the guards.
Well, not all of us.
Well, correct, not all of us. Zephyr took off.
Yeah, Jesse, you're done for the session.
Okay.
No, but seriously. Goraan and Les, you guys are handcuffed and hooded and then directed into another direction. Eventually, you feel your belongings stripped off of you. Whether that is a wand or a book, everything is taken. Then you feel yourself going up and down some more. The steps seemingly almost endless until you find yourselves pushed through a door. This is about the only time something has not been like you haven't felt someone's arms like on you. And you hear a relatively gruff voice just, all right, you take your hood off now. And as you do, you would find yourself in a jail cell. To call this a cell is a little bit of like an improvement because you would assume that a cot would be included with a jail cell. It's not.
Right.
The only thing that you guys see in front of you at the moment is a guard standing outside the cell and the door getting closed. As the door closes, both of you would feel like something's missing from you. As you start to see purple, as you start to see, God damn it, purple energy radiating off the door. As the guards say, stick your hands to the door, we'll take the cuff.
Yeah, Les is being very he's listening and just doing what he's told.
All right, they would uncuff you both and then turn to start walking away. Goraan or Lesh, I'll take an intellect check to see if you guys can realize what is missing.
What? Yeah, no.
Oh, man.
Goraan, you do not know. With a 1, you do not know what is missing.
I rolled a 21.
However, Lesh, you're relatively new to having this magical ability.
I'm going to use my luck. I'm going to use the luck.
Okay.
Try that again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
And
That's a natural 20 for a 19.
You both pass the DC. You all feel like your SP is being used to sustain the enchantments on the doors
Right.
of whoever's inside the cell.
Okay. There is one item that Goraan would try and hold on to, if at all possible.
I'm gonna need an intellect check.
Intellect?
Sleight of hand is intellect. So yes.
Ah, no.
It is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, butts. Okay, here we go. 15.
What is it?
It's the locket that Sarah got me with a portrait of my mom. Goran's going to try, if he can, and hold on to that.
You better
Everything
give
else-
that to him, you sicko.
hey, no, if I miss the DC, I miss the DC. But that's what Goran's got. That's the one thing Goran wants to keep.
There was a scaling DC. Like, that is relatively small. That DC was gonna be 15. You met the DC. You were able to keep that. I'm not entirely sure how you're keeping it. That's up to you to describe.
I mean, he's a pretty big furry dude. Probably just keeps it like on his neck, tucked in under the fur and stuff. Barely manages to keep it
Yep.
on his person and hidden, so that's good.
Yeah, he is able to keep his locket. I feel like, Lesh, are you trying to keep something as well?
I don't know if necessarily I was trying to keep something on me, but I assume the feather was doing its best to stick around. Les wants to keep his book. I don't think he thinks it's smart to keep his book, though.
I don't think that there's a world where Lesh can keep that book.
No, exactly.
Like, they saw summoning features from it, and I don't think there's a world where they don't take that book as soon as they cuff it.
What do you mean? They just saw a piece of paper fly out of it and then pierce their friend in like 30 places. Why would they want to take it?
Exactly. They just
no, it's
saw a
fine.
piece of paper fly out and killed their friends. No, however, with the feather, it would follow you until that door closed, and then it would.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, you would understand Lesh and have a relatively good understanding with that intellect check that once you get back to the other side of that gate, if you can get that feather to the other side, it'll start floating around again.
I think Les like picks it up and puts it behind his ear.
So you all are in your magically confined cells. Okay. You all see what cell is yours.
Actually, I feel like I need to try to roll to keep my harmonica.
You don't have a harmonica.
I do have a harmonica. It's one of the things I was given right before I left.
That'll be an intellect check. That's much
Oh.
big. Yeah, no.
I don't have this.
Hey guys, can I take this? Absolutely not.
So, I think with you all keeping what you kept, not keeping anything else, we're going to move over to someone who's in a different cell. A different cell block. Anyway, Ussuri, you start coming out of unconscious. You have nothing on you and no chance to try and keep it. Neither does Luna or Millie. As you start coming to consciousness, you hear almost like a mournful harmonica playing, like continual in the cell across from you. As you open your eyes, you're laying on the floor, the door closed in front of you, and across from you is a Kleppen playing a harmonica. Would you like to fully describe your newest character, Jesse?
Yeah. Picture a lemur, but slightly more person shaped. And dressed in, just kind of like some basic brown linen type clothes. Nothing fancy. He's just sitting there playing a harmonica. But it's like if you look close enough, it's a really nicely made kind of thing. And he's just chilling, doing his thing.
And that's kind of what you wake up to.
Hell of a tune to wake up to. God, a splitting headache.
I am glad you enjoy the tune. How was your nap?
I don't think you can call this quite a nap. Forced nap, maybe, but not a good one. I presume we are in prison?
That seems to be my impression, yes.
You too were unconscious upon your bringing then.
Well, no. But, it's jails, prison. It's definitely very far underground.
Good to know. I hate to bother. Have you seen two others? I came in with two others. A wolf Hondu and a raccoon Kleppen.
I heard the noise of others being brought in at roughly the same time as you, but I have not seen them.
Good to know. Good to know. Anything particular I should know about those who come around?
Yes, there's a trollkin. Stay away from that one.
Good to know. When do we eat? If we eat.
When they bring the meals. I'm assuming.
Pretty much. You haven't been here that long. And you have gotten one meal of pretty much just some very rough, like crusty bread and half a water skin. Jesse and Joey, give me a win.
Can I give you perceiving?
Would you take intuiting?
I got a 7.
I got a 20.
Both of you would do. I did not expect to roll this well for my scaling DC for the stream, but all of a sudden you hear in a voice that is exceptionally familiar to you, Ussuri, and not familiar to, well, sounds a little off to you, Shiro. But you hear, Ussuri! Ussuri! Shit, 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 shit!
Well, that answers one of my questions. That would be Millie.
He is for sure gonna bite somebody.
If she hasn't already.
Right.
She's like, I feel like putting her in her cell was like trying to put a cat into a bath.
If she wasn't unconscious, yes.
Yeah. Or a cat carrier. Just absolutely not happening.
But I did hear it though, right?
Yeah, you heard it. Shiro heard it. Though for Shiro, it sounds like a much younger voice that is actually kind of familiar. Like it sounds similar. The inflection's not right. The accent's not right. But it sounds like a younger voice of someone familiar.
Someone familiar?
Mhm.
Do I know who?
I would take some form of check. Alright. Yeah, you're not entirely sure why it seems familiar without like visual clues. It just sounds like a familiar voice.
Okay. I don't know
Does
where to
she-
go with that.
Does she keep yelling?
Yeah, it is consistent. Ussuri! Shit! Fuck! Ussuri! Shit!
I know I should call out, but this is a little more entertaining. Probably annoying the guards too.
This continues on for like 30 seconds. And if you do not interrupt it,
Yes, child, I am here.
thank God, I thought I was alone.
You're not alone.
Well, there's no one else in the cell, so it's gonna make cuddles kind of hard.
I think you'll be able to make do. Do you happen to see Luna anywhere with you?
No, I can only kind of see the stairs, like some stairs and some walls. And hey, who's that person? Hello? Hi. And then you hear something slam up against a set of bars. And then, like, her skittering backwards. And you hear a relatively gruff voice. It's just like, stop with the damn yelling. Okay, sorry. And then eventually, sometime later, like 3 or 4 minutes later, you'll hear Luna's voice. Yes, Ussuri, I'm here. I don't see anyone else.
Oh, I suppose if there was anyone else, they would probably speak up or not. Millie, I presume the one who bashed on your cage was the Trollkin.
Yeah, big, tall, little motherfucker. I want to shake him. I got teeth. I want to bite him. I don't care if he's got long arms.
Perhaps you don't do that while we're in cells.
Yeah. I wonder where the others are. You think, like, they're on the ship waiting for us to come back?
Well, they either got away or they're here somewhere else too.
If that's what you think.
Or perhaps it may be both. If they were smart, one of them at least got away.
So you think Lesh got away? You said smart, right?
Okay,
And why
hurtful.
would
That's
why
messed
would
up.
it have been Lesh?
You said smart.
3 intelligence. That's why, baby.
Whatever, dude.
Okay,
It would
natural
have to
20
be,
for
it
a
would have to be Lesh
19.
or Goraan.
I think it's less about intelligence in this case and much more about dexterity.
Oh. Okay.
Knowing what happened, Goraan probably used his brambles. It's kind of his go-to. Lesh was distracting people with the shenanigans from his book. I'm sure Zephyr would have cast his fog cloud and then gotten out of there.
Something like that. May have been some murder before that.
I
Hey,
mean,
If something
are
works,
really
you
strong.
change it.
I want to be that strong someday.
And you will be, Millie. Once we get out of here. We'll get
I
you.
can do push-ups.
You could do push-ups. That would probably help you.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to take us out of cell block B and focus in on, I think it's probably going to be Lesh first. Lesh, as you're like, because you can kind of see the stairs that come down. You see a red scale dragon folk with like tips of black on the crest of his spikes that they like follow around the curvature of his skull. He's wearing, to describe this man, on probably wearing more magic items than he can actually use. Probably an accurate way to describe him. He is wearing like 4 or 5 necklaces, a large puffy jacket. You think you see like one of your communication bracelets. Actually, no, you think you see like 5 of them all stacked up on one arm. As he approaches your door, and he says, "Hello, prisoner."
I'll just say, Lesh is sitting there very quiet.
He seems to be standing super tall. And he sees that feather tucked behind your ear. And he says, I've heard that you have some unique magical items that followed you into your cage. I have the power to make your stay here more comfortable. Should you want it more comfortable? In trade, I would like that feather.
Can I roll an awareness check on this?
Sure.
Oh, this makes me so uncomfy. That is an 18.
I mean, this guy is definitely more free than you. He doesn't seem like he's lying.
Okay, now I have to really go into Lesh's head for a second. Because Lesh would like the idea of being more comfy in jail cell very much. And he sees the shit's on him, so he knows he's going to kill this guy for his magic gear before he leaves anyways. Okay, so yeah, I think...
I am Menmore, the warden of our fine jail.
Okay, at that point, Lesh would walk forward and... Yes, Warden, I do not have control of this feather myself, and I'm not trying to break any rules. And he would take it and tip the feather to him. And just, I apologize if this caused any problems up the chain of the ladder.
No, you are fine. Thank you. I will make sure your accommodations are adjusted.
Yeah, loosen those reins so I can tie them around your neck, motherfucker. That's inside Lesh's head, but that's what he's thinking. That's the internal thought bottle.
We're gonna upgrade you from a pile of straw on the floor to a pile of straw with a blanket.
That's right. Exactly.
There's not even straw. Like, here's the thing. There's not even straw.
Yeah.
I'll get a bucket to piss in, baby. That's all I'm hoping. And I'm gonna throw it on somebody.
There's also no bucket.
And gassing people? Jesus.
Prison Lesh is a different beast, man.
You've been here 10 minutes.
Jeez me.
He spent too long on the inside. He can't acclimate.
With with your feather now in his hand, he will turn around and start walking down the cells.
What does the feather do now that it's reactivated in magic, though?
I had the same question.
It does start trying to pull itself to you.
I think if Lesh notices that, it'd be like I said, I promise it's not me. It has a mind of its own. It was locked in a box. I broke the box. I tried not to, please. And that's my fault, I promise.
Do you still have that box? Was it with the rest of your possessions?
No, that is in the woods where I smashed it out of frustration. It was a rough day. I'm probably oversharing. I'm going to shut up now.
He's just gonna say, if you still had the box, I would have given you a bigger cell. Because I could have used that.
I apologize, my friend. No box is here, or else it would have been followed me inside.
I think will be more communications to be had here. He says with a smile as he's looking at you. It's creepy as shit. You can see each point of his teeth.
Dude, he's hitting on you.
I think Lesh would bow his head and be like, if you ever get bored while you're doing your rounds, I like a nun. I do more than just kill things with my books and stuff. I'm quite a storyteller, and I do great at entertaining. If anytime we need some entertainment in this prison.
Interesting. The warden would then walk away, holding onto the feather as it keeps trying to pull itself back to you.
I suggest some twine.
It will be interesting because I'll always be able to find you.
Oh God.
As he starts walking back up the stairs.
Les is terrified. Les is so scared right now. He only knows how to flirt out of fear. That is his defense mechanism at this moment.
It's his fight or flirt mechanism.
He is on fight or fuck.
All right. A few hours later, Ussuri. I'm gonna cut back over to you for the second one. Like I said, it's probably a couple of hours after you've woken up. Like 2 or 3 hours. You see this large, even compared to you, relatively large trollkin. Probably standing like an inch or two taller than you. His arms like draped somewhere down around his knees. And beside him, there is a familiar figure to you. A small polar bear, or a cow, dressed in an immaculate black suit. And he says, this Urkow will look at you and he will say, "Why are you familiar?"
Come on, Mason. You should know the answer to that. Look at me. I'm a spitting image of my pops.
Except you're a couple inches taller.
Hey, he got short with old age.
And apparently a little bit dumber. When I came here.
Well, me coming here is completely separate from anything that has to do with family ties. And I would show him the brand. I've renounced my family ties for obvious reasons.
So you're no longer a circle. I can understand that. I can understand that. So it looks like your whole family is technically dead, or at least dead to us.
As they are dead to me as well.
All of them?
From the rumors I have heard, my mother and my sister are no longer. My brother and father are dead to me on multiple levels.
I mean, your father's dead.
I hope my brother is dead too.
I mean, the old man made it a point at the last meeting to show everyone that your father was dead.
You get what happens when you betray the family.
Oh, yeah. That is exactly what happens when you betray the family. But those aren't the only people in the Sarko family now, are they?
I mean, there are
A lot of good men. A lot of good men. A lot of them still talk about you, Ussuri. Some of them even went the same route you did. Not surprised.
And you know what loyalty meant to us, Sarkos. It was one of our
I mean,
creeds.
apparently, if you go off what your father did, not jack shit.
If any of these men who did the same as I, then they are good men, because they did remain loyal, but not to an unloyal family name. The name is tarnished, and can never be again.
You know, I got a couple working at my lumberyard right now. Some of them, one of them, you might want to see again.
Ussuri
Well,
just
yeah.
kind of gives a half grin.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ussuri. There's couple easy ways out of these cells. You can work for me. Do what I want you to do. I can get you out. And a few of your friends. Or do the hard way and stay here until you break. And you will break. And then you'll work for me. Or they'll put another bag over your head and drag you through the city, and we'll send you to the lumberyard. Which one's it gonna be?
So Ussuri ponders the question for some time. What does working with you entail? Sorry, what does working for you entail?
I mean, that means you're gonna do what I want you to do. No matter what that means, I'll probably have you go, work the lumberyard for a little while. Of course, on the nicer side. The person wielding the whip is normally happier than the person getting hit.
You said you would bring my friends too?
Yeah. I heard you came in with a Kleppen and a Hondu.
I'm going to ask this as a favor from the history our family has, not as a Sarko, not as an Arconi. Was there another Urkow and a Satyr that came in here too? Or maybe even an Elemental?
I have had multiple Urkow come through lately. Seems like a lot of them come in at the same time. I'd have to check with the warden.
They are also associates of mine. If you were able to bring them with, we would be eternally grateful. If not, I understand.
You see him smile at you, and he says, "So, you're gonna go ahead and, submit, be completely loyal to someone else? Do what I say when I say?"
I mean, loyalty to the family is loyalty to the family.
I didn't say you'd be a member of the family, Ussuri. I said you'd be working for me.
I would still be a loyal servant.
As he starts to turn away and walk away. And the trollkin kind of smirks at you. Almost like he's trying to instigate something out of you.
He's not gonna, unless you make me roll for it, he's not gonna give in, because he's just been offered an opportunity. We'll see if that gets made good or not, but he was just offered an opportunity that is better than being a slave. He's an indentured servant.
Some time passes. Back over at cell block. Goraan. It has probably been 5 hours since you guys got in here.
Okay. Quick question, because he would have tried it by now. So my chants don't require spell points. Am I still able to use those at all?
No.
Damn, okay. Yeah, he's just kind of sitting down in the corner. He doesn't have to lock it out because he's assuming that the second somebody sees it, it's going to be gone. So that's still in the folds of his, fur and stuff. But he's just sitting there, just thinking about things.
As you're sitting there, let me get back over it. As you're sitting there, you see a young human. And when I say young, I mean like 5 years old. Start walking down from the north of the map. So it'd be from your left.
Yeah.
And he starts to, like, he walks up to the edge and he sits down and he looks at you and he says, "Hi."
Hello.
"What'd you do to get in here?"
I'm not sure what charges they have used to put me in here, but I suppose making things difficult for them.
Ooh, they really don't like that.
They do not.
As he sits there, almost strangely, you can almost watch this human age as he sits there.
Okay.
Like, slowly, he stops being a young child and starts to progress to being like a teenager. And then a like 20-something-year-old man who is now sitting in front of you completely naked.
Goran's just like, does that hurt?
No. It's just what happens when I have my magic.
Well,
I'm always this age. Sadly, though, when they take it away, I always change to a different age. Like this time, I was like 5. And that really messes with your brain.
I can imagine.
And last time, I was like 100. I felt like I was going to die. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. As this now naked man stands up, stretches, arms over his head, turns around, and starts walking down the corridor. Like nothing is bothering him. After some time, like 30 minutes,
Probably the strangest thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life.
you all hear this alarm start going off. And those of you in magical cages would see the purplish glow get even brighter.
Yeah.
Those of you in non-magical cages would see different people start coming down and counting who's in their cell.
Well, this is new.
Billy, Luna,
Yes, I'm here. What do you want?
just sit in the back corner of your cell and wait.
Okay. A little bit later, everyone is approached. Not all at the same time, but everyone will be approached and told to put their hands through the bars because you're getting cuffed again. We're going outside.
Lesh's hands are through the bars.
Goran's going to take his time.
Yeah,
he will.
Shiro's gonna just stare at him for a minute before approaching the bars.
Come on, we ain't got all day. Come on.
You may not. I have plenty of time.
Don't talk back. Just hurry up.
Ussuri knows the deal, so he wouldn't waste any time. Shiro, you get the impression that this isn't the first time that Ussuri's ever been in jail before.
All right, come on. Nope. I need your hands. We're going outside. Apparently, the warden wants to talk to everyone at the same time while demonstrating the shaker.
Well, I don't want to go anymore. I was okay. I was really.
That's not a good name for
The
anything.
what?
The shaker. All right, come on, hands now. I'm gonna put you in next to the guy who tried to break out.
Yeah, like Goraan, like after a second, Goraan will do it.
Okay.
Just literally just enough to annoy them, and then he'll do it.
Okay. Shiro.
Yeah, Shiro's going ahead and capitulating and putting his arms through the bar, just staring at him, though. I mean, unblinking.
They will cuff everyone, and they will bring everyone. They'll bring everyone upstairs. They take you all upstairs. Lesh and Goraan, you would make eyesight with Ussuri, Luna, and Millie.
He will give an apologetic look.
As you all come up from two different sets of stairs, go through a doorway, and then outside into a. I'm gonna call it like a fenced-in, penned-in area. And there's probably like 30 other people here. It's not just you guys.
Yeah.
And
Do I see the guy that I was talking to?
you do as you walk outside. You
Okay.
see him in this thing that almost looks like a bird cage
Oh,
that is suspended in the
probably
middle of.
shaker.
That is suspended in the middle of this courtyard.
Oh dear.
And the warden will start to speak. So one of you all decided it would benefit you to leave or attempt to leave without permissions. I disagree. Your friend here, he points to this human man who looks like 20 years old now, tends to he just sighs and he says, "It doesn't matter. You all are here. You all are in my jail. You all belong to me." And he gives that like predatory smile again, showing the tips of all of his teeth. And if you decide that you don't want to belong to me, you will get shaken. And as he says that, the birdcage like thing that this man is locked inside, his hands are bound, and so is his feet, start to tilt side to side. Almost at like a 30-degree angle as it starts rocking back and forth. And it's slow at first. And then it's less slow. And you all can see the man start like slamming into the bars. Back and forth.
Was it activated by him saying that, or was like, did we see something happen to activate the said machine?
Give me an intellect check, because
Yeah,
like there's a chance.
that's an 11.
I rolled a 16 for that.
12.
The only two people. I mean, the DC is 12, so yeah, the only two people that got it are Jesse and Joey.
People
You
don't use
don't
that
think
as-
it was activated by his voice. You think that someone else activated this. That it might be someone cranking on it. It might be some kind of spell that's sending it rocking back and forth. But eventually, you all start to hear the screams of the man as his head starts slamming into these bars. And you watch as his shoulders dislocated from slamming into the other side. You watch as his leg gets tangled between two bars as it flips the other direction. Anytime someone tries to look away, one of the guards gives a not so gentle correction. And then the man stops yelling. And then after a few more minutes of the man not yelling, the cage stops shaking. And the warden, still smiling at you all, says, I hope that this is a lesson for you all. Go back to your cages.
And I'm just gonna guess that we still don't have magic.
Not at the moment, though.
Okay.
And that is where we're going to end the episode.
Thank you for listening to episode 32. We hope you enjoyed listening and would love if you would let us know. Catch us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and TikTok under Tales of Yavard Podcast. Link to the link to your episode description below. And if you really enjoyed the episode, catch us on whatever podcast you use and give us a rating. Tell your friends and spread the word.